Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. This is a game that I only played for a couple hours when it first came out oh so long ago, now in the distant past. And I'm really excited to check it out here in 2021 and just get really immersed in the world and the lore. And yeah, just get into some classic BioWare back during what might have been a golden age. So yeah, we're going to start a new game here. And like I said, this is basically going to be a blind playthrough. We're going to go with Origins. Awakening, from what I understand, is like a short story that happens chronologically after Origins. And so is the Golden City blackened. With each step you take in my hall, marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threonides, 813.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. May even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
All right, I'm in. Pretty graphic, a lot of I love all the over-the-top blood. That's, probably unnecessary, but there nevertheless. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good opening story-wise. So basically, we're at a point where either everything is already going to crap or it's about to. Let's see, the background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. Alright, we're going to be a dude. And we're going to be a mage. But we'll check out everything here. Let's check out Warrior. Powerful fighters focusing on melee and ranged weapons to deal with their foes. They can withstand and deliver a great deal of punishment and have a strong understanding of tactics, strategy. Specializations for a warrior include Berserker, Templar, Champion, and Reaver. And then Rogue. Rogues are skilled adventurers who come from all walks of life. All rogues possess some skill in picking locks and spotting traps, making them valuable assets to any party. Tactically, they are not ideal frontline fighters, but if rogues can circle around behind their target, they can backstab to devastating effect. Rager, Bard, Duelist, and Assassin are their specializations. Let's check out the Magi. Wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent. You know that magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await your Harrowing, the one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking without and within. Succeed or be slaughtered by the knights who ward against your kind. Okay. And then Elves. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging and impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam the ancient forest. Welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Dwarfs. Rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. And humans. The most numerous yet most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from the elves and the dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Alright. And then we can't, because we are a human mage, we can only select that background, which is the Magi background. Wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent. You know that magic... Oh, this is what we read before, but we didn't read the class description. As dangerous as it is potent, magic is a curse for those lacking the will to wield it. Malevolent spirits that wish to enter the world of the living are drawn to mages like beacons, putting the mage and everyone nearby in constant danger. Because of this, mages lead lives of isolation, locked away from the world they threaten. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds really interesting.
Greetings.
Let's check out some of the presets. Digging that. Maybe we start with something like this. That's not bad. This character creators actually seems pretty deep for being, you know, so old. It seems like there's quite a bit that you could do. We'll do some basic things here. I don't want to spend an eternity in here. Alright. I wish there was more of like a dark iron gray color and not the pure white. Let's go black. Eye size. Oh yeah, let's leave that somewhere normal.
How do you do?
I thought our character was mute from what I understood. Do we actually
Greetings.
talk?
Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure.
Greetings.
Ah, my spell!
How do you do?
Damn! Lost the spell!
Greetings. Well, that didn't work. My weapon isn't...
Greetings. No, it is gone. I should do something else!
Alright, that'll be fine. Attribute points to spend. I'm assuming we want willpower and magic. Measure the character's natural affinity for the arcane. This attribute is crucial for mages since it directly increases character spell power score, which determines the potency of all spells. The magic attribute also determines how effective potions... Okay, so yeah, we need... And then what about willpower? Represents a character's determination and mental fortitude. With high willpower, mages can cast more spells and thanks to a deeper mana pool. Okay, so we want willpower. We're gonna go like that, magic and willpower. I'm just gonna do what makes sense. I'm not looking up any guides or anything. I'm not really familiar beyond the basics of and what it says about how this is going to affect our playthrough, but I'm just gonna make choices that make sense. And if you guys have suggestions for like future point spending, I will definitely love to hear those, so let me know. What do we want to grab here? We already have a point in herbalism. Combat tactics. Coercion. The character is influential enough to convince others to change their views. I feel like that's going to be really important for conversations, so we're going to go into that early on. Because I feel like, from what I understand, we're going to be making a lot of choices in conversations, so the more influence we have, the better. And then 2 points to spend on spells. We can go and do a flame blast. Your hands erupt with a cone of flame, inflicting fire damage on all targets in the area for a short time. Friendly fire is possible. Ooh, okay. Winter's Grasp. The caster envelops the target in frost, freezing lower level targets solid. Those that resist suffer a penalty to movement. Or Lightning. Fires a bolt of lightning at the target, dealing electricity damage. Friendly fire. So friendly fire is a thing that's going to be on, I'm assuming, unless we can turn it off. I'm probably going to leave it on. We'll see how it works out. Flaming weapons. Let's go into some lightning. So we'll have this one is a cone of lightning. And this one is a bolt of lightning. I'm good with that. We'll get 2 lightning spells right away. See how that works. It might be overkill. Maybe ideally we go into something else, but... This might be something we could do. I'm assuming we'll have a tank eventually, though, in our party. Someone who can pick up enemies for us. We're going to go on normal. When this gets too easy, which I'm hoping it will, we will up the ante, but... having 0 experience and not really knowing the mechanics yet, we're going to go on normal for now.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the Harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the Harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
Wow, so like, I just want to say, we've had a rough life. So we are basically a prisoner in this place because we have magic. We can't be trusted out in the world because we could become corrupted. And now we're just going through this ordeal. We're going to face a demon. Is there any other option? What happens to us if we can't handle the demon?
It will turn you into an abomination, and the Templars will be forced to slay you.
Lovely.
This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The Harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
Alright, and it looks like we are in. Oh, we can wheel all the way out and run around like this. Baldur's Gate style. Awesome. And we've got our abilities over here. Can I just fire these off? No, it looks like well, this one. That one I can do whenever I want, apparently. Alright. Oh, we got paused. You are in a combat situation. Mastery of the battlefield is important. Zoom out. Okay. Mages can use spells to attack enemies. Simply left click on the spell. Left click on your target. Got it. Got it. Exploration. Mouse wheel zooms in and out. We figured that out. Okay. This place is all like warped looking. What in the hell is this thing behind us? Oh, wait, we don't want to attack. We want to strike it from a distance. We're running up to it now. Oh, we can punch it. Great. We have Arcane Bolt, which I didn't know about. We should have just been using that. Apparently we decided we wanted to punch it. It worked out. It looks like we regenerate health out of combat too, so... Whoa. There we go. What do you guys prefer? Like, which view? For like combat or exploration? I feel like I could go either way. I'm kind of more prone just to play up close so we get to see more of our character and maybe the spell animations a little more closely. But I wouldn't be against running around like this either necessarily.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
Wait, why are we talking to a rat?
You think you're really here? In that body? You look like that because you think you do. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
Something tells me we shouldn't trust this guy.
No. I don't remember anything from before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me,
oh, wow.
I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same.
So what exactly are we supposed to do here?
There's something here, contained. Just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade.
But yeah, what's the overall purpose? Why put me up against this thing?
A question for those in the tower. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to ask. Maybe someday, so will I. There are others here. Other spirits. They will tell you more. Maybe help. If you can believe anything you see. I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago. But you may have a way out.
Okay. Maybe he's gonna be a bro. Maybe he's not something evil trying to trick us.
A dangerous spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
It seems like he legit got stuck here because they killed his body while he was planewalking here. Alright, do we have like an overall map? Oh, we do! Oh, it looks really neat too. Oh, that's of course it's stained with blood. Okay, perfect. So why wouldn't it be? I'm assuming we don't want to stand in the fire.
That is where the test will take place. The creature can be anywhere, but it manifests
lyrium.
there.
As far as the codex, I'll probably read some of it as I go, like what interests us, but if you guys have any suggestions, would you rather have a codex episode or just read some that seem interesting as we go along? Like we just got one for lyrium. Look at that, it's enormous though. Let's just check out some of it here. More than half the wealth of Orzammar comes from a single extremely rare substance, lyrium. The Chantry believes it to be the waters of the Fade, mentioned in the Canticle of Threnodes. I have to get some of these words down, otherwise I'm never going to be able to say them. The very stuff of creation itself, from whence the Maker fashioned the world. Only a handful of mining caste families hazard extracting the ore, finding veins in the stone quite literally by ear. For in its raw form, lyrium sings, and the discerning can hear the sound even through solid rock. So it's an incredibly valuable mineral. The Chantry think it's something holy, obviously. That's what they would do, right? And it sings, you can hear it. And then we learned a little bit about the Harrowing, but let's take a look. Among apprentices of the Circle, nothing is regarded with more fear than the Harrowing. Little is known about this rite of passage, and that alone would be cause for dread. But it is well understood that only those apprentices who pass this trial are ever seen again. They return as full members of the Circle of Magi. Those who fail, nothing is known. Perhaps they are sent away in disgrace. Perhaps they are killed on the spot. I heard one patently ridiculous rumor among the Circle at Ravane, which claimed that failed apprentices were transformed into pigs, fattened up, and served at dinner to the senior enchanters. But I could find no evidence that the Ravani Circle ate any particular quantity of pork. Okay. Well, I hope nobody eats us. go in this way. I think it's really cool how you can play in both modes. Is this guy gonna help us in rat form, or he's just hanging out? I'm already getting kind of inclined to up the difficulty a little bit, but we'll wait till we fight our first boss, and if we do decently, we'll up the difficulty.
I shall do it.
Is this pausing gameplay? Shimmering orb of light times 3. It's difficult to be sure what this scintillating shimmering item really is, but just holding it makes you feel better. Oh, it's a healing item.
It has begun.
The Black City. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Teventer Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was, perhaps, the least of their worries.